Hello everyone. Today I'm going to teach you computer first lesson, that is evolution of computers. Before going to the lesson, let us have a quick recap on what we have studied earlier. We have studied about abacus developed by Chinese, then Napier bones developed by John Napier, then Pascal's adding machine developed by Blaise Pascal, then Leibniz machine developed by Gottfried Leibniz, then analytical engine and difference engine by Charles Babbage, then Lady Ada Lovelace. She was the first programmer of the universe. Now, let us go to the topic, generations and development of computers. What is generation? In computer world, the word generation means change. In technology, generations refers to the word change in technology. In 1944, Howard Aiken designed a computer named Mark I that was designed by IBM. It was based on the ideas of Charles Babbage and was similar to the analytical engine. It was first machine that could perform calculations automatically according to the programmed instructions. The hardware and software components developed and passed through generations. In computer world, the term generation refers to the word change in technology. In every generations, the computer technology became more and more advanced than the previous ones. So, as we have seen that as generation passed by, the computer becomes more and more advanced. In each generation, every generation had advanced features. So we are going to talk about 5 generations of computers. What are they? First generation computers, that is from 1940 to 1956. It used vacuum tubes. Then second generation computers, that is 1956 to 1963. They used transistors. Then third generation computers, 1964 to 1971. It used IC, that is integrated circuits. Then fourth generation computers, 1971 to 1985. They used microprocessor. Fifth generation computers, that is the present and future. They used artificial intelligence. Once again I'm repeating. We are talking about 5 generations of computer. As I said, every generation of computer has some advanced features. First generation computers, that is from 1940 to 1956. They used vacuum tubes. Second generation computer, 1956 to 1963. They used transistors. Third generation computer, 1964 to 1971, used integrated circuits. Fourth generation computers, 1971 to 1985, used microprocessor. Then fifth generation computers, that is the present and future, they used artificial intelligence. Now let us talk about in detail about first generation computers, that is from 1940 to 1956. As I said, first generation computer, they used vacuum tubes. Next, size of the computers were huge and almost the size of the big room. So the size of the first generation computers were huge. They were the size of the big room. Next, what components they used? They used vacuum tubes, because of which they generated a lot of heat. They used machine language. Instructions were given in terms of binary digits, zeros and ones. These computers were capable of performing one task at a time. Once again, I am repeating the characteristics of the first generation computer. They used vacuum tubes. The size of the computers were huge, almost the size of the room. They used as they used vacuum tubes, they generated a lot of heat, and they used machine language instructions were given in terms of binary digits, that is 0 and 1. Computers were capable of performing only one task at a time. Next, first generation computers made possible the development of ENIC by Professor J. Presper Eckert and John Mauchly. Later, advanced version of ENIC was developed with the name UNIVAC, and that was the world's first commercial computer. So, the first generation computer made possible the development of ENIC by Professor J. Presper Eckert and John Mauchly. With this advancement, the advanced version of ENIC was developed with the name UNIVAC, and that was the world's first commercial computer. Now let us talk about second generation computers. Before that, let me show you the picture of vacuum tubes. This is the picture of vacuum tubes. These are the components which were used in first generation computer, and they generated huge amount of heat. Next, let us talk about second generation computers. Second generation computers used transistors replacing the vacuum tubes. With the use of vacuum tubes, the size of the computer became smaller and more reliable. And also the speed of the computer became fast. It reduced from milliseconds to microseconds. So the speed of the computer increased from milliseconds to microseconds. The first operating system was developed to communicate with the computers. They used magnetic tape as a storage device. During this period, high-level languages like COBOL and BASIC were developed. Next, computer of second generation are IBM 1400 and Honeywell 400. Once again, I am repeating the second generation computers characteristic. Used transistors replacing vacuum tubes. With the with the use of transistors, the size of the computer became smaller and they were faster and more reliable. The speed of the computer also increased from milliseconds to microseconds. The first operating system was developed to communicate with the computers. They used magnetic tape as a secondary storage device. Then, during this period, high-level languages like BASIC and COBOL were developed. Computers second generation are IBM 1400 and Honeywell. So, these are the transistors which were used in second generation. They replaced the vacuum tubes of first generation. So, transistors are much smaller in comparison to vacuum tubes. Next, let us talk about third generation computers. Used IC, that is integrated circuits, the quality and the performance of the computer was improved. IC is a compact electronic circuits containing hundreds of transistors and other electronic components which are packed on thin piece of semiconductor material known as IC chip. Once again, I am repeating. The third generation computer, they used IC, that is integrated circuits. The quality and the performance of the computer was improved. IC is a compact electronic circuits containing hundreds of transistors and other electronic components which are packed on thin piece of semiconductor material known as IC chip. Here example is IBM System 360, a mainframe computer system that was announced by IBM in 1964 but put into task its use between 1965 and 1978. Example, IBM System 360, a mainframe computer system that was announced by IBM in 1964 but put into its use between 1965 and 1978. So this is the IC chip, integrated circuit. So today we have learned about first generation computer. They used vacuum tubes. Because of the use of vacuum tubes, the size of the computer was very big. They generated huge amount of heat. Then second generation computer, they used transistors. The size of the transistors are smaller, and because of the use of transistors, the size was of the computer reduced. The computers were faster and more reliable. Then in third generation computer, they used trans, integrated circuits. So with the use of integrated circuits, the computer became much more reliable, much more faster. I hope children you have understood. Next lesson we'll talk about fourth generation, fifth generation computer. Thank you.